If you had told me back in the early 90s that the guy rapping with Dr. Dre on The Chronic 30 years later would have his own line of children's breakfast cereals, I probably would not believe you, and I still really don't believe that it's true, but here we are, Snoop Cereal from Brodus Foods, from Mr. Snoop Dogg. Let's dig in. Let's see what it's all about. Greetings all, here we go. Yeah, Snoop Dogg's got a line of cereals. I didn't actually know about this until I walked upon it in the stores. It was one of those things where I did not get the memo beforehand, and I walked by and I saw the cereal, and at first I thought it was some sort of generic, kind of like store brand cereal. But I'm like, no, that's Snoop Cereal. Wait a sec. And then I saw the Brodus Foods, which is what his last name, his real last name, isn't it? His real name is Kelvin Brodus, I believe. And I'm like, is this really Snoop Dogg cereal? And lo and behold, it is. So let's dig in. We've got 3 flavors: Fruity Hoopz with marshmallows, Frosted Drizzlers, and Cinnamon Toasteez. So, yeah, let's do this up. We're going to start with the Frosted Drizzlers with a Z. Let's smell it. Smells like nothing. It looks like these are frosted mini wheats, essentially. So let's put them in a bowl and see what they got. All right, let's get some milk on there. All right, Frosted Drizzlers with a Z. I've never been a huge frosted mini wheat fan, so, you know, my opinion of these isn't going to be amazing either way, but let's see what they got. Yeah. Not bad for what it is. I'd say the frosting on one side of the mini wheat, or the Drizzlers, has a good sweetness to it. The consistency of the wheat is decent. All in all, not bad at all. I'm going to rate all of these cereals on 1 to 5 blunts, even though it's a children's cereal. I'm going to give this 3.5 blunts. I'd say that's fair. 3.5 blunts. Yeah, not bad. By the way, I forgot to mention the mascot. I am a fan of the polar bear with the basketball jersey on. That's pretty good. We'll look at all the mascots here and see which one's the best. All right, next up we have Fruity Hoopz with a Z. With marshmallows. Essentially, it looks like a Fruit Loops with marshmallows, which is, hey, what the hell? I don't know, the character is supposed to be like a fox or a wolf or like a dog, blue dog. His name, though, is Captain Ace. On the back, they mention a lot of these characters, not all that seem to have their own cereals yet. The polar bear's name was just Mr. Polar Bear, so not too much creativity there, but there's a few other characters, including like a Roxy, who's like a pink bulldog, and then like Hercules, which is a green, like Doberman or something. They don't have their own cereals. There's Coach Panda too. We need to get these guys into some sort of a Saturday morning cartoon. But anyways, back to the cereal. Smells like kind of fruity, Fruit Loop-ish. You know, let's dig in. Right, let's pour some milk on Fruity Hoopz. Alright, Fruity Hoopz with marshmallows. First observation, definitely sweeter than your typical Fruit Loops, I would say. I'm not sure if that's just the marshmallows or the cereal itself. While it smelled very fruity and citrus-like, the flavor of that is not as strong. Instead, it's just more of a generic sweet flavor. You know, I think Fruit Loops, you get more of a lemony kind of hint of orange or so in there. You don't really get that here. But I do like the inclusion of the marshmallows. Not bad. You know, I'll give it 3 blunts. Alright, our final breakfast cereal from Snoop Dogg is Cinnamon Toasteez with a Z. And this is Max. And Max is a dog, I believe. Much more of a dog than the other character, which I think was like a fox or something maybe. But this is definitely very dog-like. I believe this is just supposed to be like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch kind of ripoff. Let's smell it. You know, smells kind of like it. Let's give it a shot. All right, let's pour some milk on the Toasties. Okay, now it smelled. It had the cinnamon toast smell to it. It wasn't overly strong. But let's see how the taste is. Definitely very crunchy. A lot of crunch going on here. Yeah, it's a pleasant cinnamon taste, not overpowering. It also doesn't have an overpowering, just straight across sugary sweet taste, like we did with the last one, where the citrus fruit was kind of just overpowered by sugar. In this case, the cinnamon is coming through, and the actual sugar is more in the background, leading to a milder taste, which I appreciate. I'm going to give this 4 blunts. I'd say this is my favorite of the 3. Can't go wrong. Well, there you have it. I would say my favorite of the 3 mascots is Mr. Polar Bear, even though he has the shittiest name. I'm always down with the Polar Bear. We need to get these other mascots some products. Maybe they already have. Maybe I'm just out of loop and these guys have their own show already. I don't know. But as far as the cereal, it's average. Is it below average? No. It's not, even though at first glance I thought it was just some sort of random, Dollar General themed cereal. It's not. And it does taste better than your normal kind of generic, Family Dollar version of a cereal. It is better than that. Does it exceed what these name brands are? Not really. But it's definitely decent, worth checking out if you see them in the stores. And I still can't believe that Snoop Dogg has a line of children's breakfast cereals after seeing him, smoking the Chronic back in the early 90s. But hey, what the hell? I guess he just came out with a line of ice creams as well, so I'm going to probably explore those in a future video. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to go listen to some Snoop Dogg and eat some Mr. Polar Bear cereal. So have a good one, guys. Just one last side note. I just read that the cereal is also owned by Master P, not just Snoop Dogg. Wow. I would never have guessed that 20, 25, 30 years ago. Good on them. Okay, just wanted to throw that out there. I read about it right after I finished the last part of the video. So I'm going to go put on some Master P and some Snoop and eat some Fruity Hoops. We'll see ya.